Final call, selling! Selling! Sold! Well done and well bid.
Our Melbourne real estate arena have a great deal of passion in fighting for property. Time and time again we've proved that the auction scenario works.
1,230,000, very happy vendors, all sold, all done.
I'm James Paynter. I'm one of the directors and auctioneer here at the Sandringham Hodges Real Estate Office. I grew up in Bayside. I now live in Bentley with my wife Jane and 3 boys. I left school, I was a chef, did my apprenticeship at Mietter's. All I did is spend my 3 years peeling potatoes. It was horrendous. I then went into my father's business, and that's really where I got my retail experience in selling, and then went into real estate. I still remember the first 10 seconds of my first auction. It was probably the most terrifying moment of my life. 3 bidders sold for $126,000. That'd probably be the deposit for it right now. Auctions are the most exciting part of my real estate life.
Right here in the heart of Hampton East Monks. Boy oh boy, doesn't get much better, does it?
I feel very, very comfortable here. Sandringham is a great spot to work. I'm one of those lunatic bike riders down to Morty Alec. I find that if I go for a ride along Beach Road, it sets me up for the day. I'll be in here between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, checking to see what's happened, any sales, any offers, and going back over yesterday's movements in the office and making sure everything's closed off and planning for the day ahead. Our job is to ready our vendors so they feel good about selling the house. And they feel good about selling the house if they've had the right level of communication from us. It certainly is a high stress time for our vendors getting the house ready for the first time, so everything needs to be right. We speak to our vendors directly after all of our open for inspections and private inspections. We go through the buyers, their names, who the families are, what use they have for the property and what their plans are on price. The team is an integral part of the auction. I'll arrive at an auction and the first thing that will happen is I'll have a quick report from 1 or 2 of the salespeople that are there about who's on site, any requests, any contract issues, anything that needs to be talked about, deposits or settlements. I will sort them out on the spot with the purchaser and vendor so they can bid in the auction format. If there's anything that needs to be done through the auction process, we won't be intrusive, but certainly be there to lend a hand should we need it. We talk to our buyers before the auction, we explain to them, educate them how the auction process works, because you'd be surprised how many people don't actually understand the auction process. The start of the auction is a very important time, and the hardest part is getting the first bid.
13 Church Street, on the market for your bidding.
I think if you don't have someone being quite vocal with their first bid, well, tell them where you want to start and endeavour to get a real bid.
I'll take a start at 850 on behalf of the vendor. 850 vendor bid with me.
Often you'll see bidding start in $20,000 or $50,000 lots and wind down into 10s, 5s, 2s and 1s.
10 sir, 10, 9, 10.
Many times I'll wind an auction down to keep someone in it.
Give us 20.
But probably 80% of my auctions, I'll wind them back up into $10,000 bids.
20.
The past weekend delivered a number of different auction scenarios, which I think was fantastic to be involved in. We had Church Street, which was one of our first main auctions, and again we had 3 bidders who were prepared to bid. All good work can go out the window in a flash sometimes. 2 of the 3 buyers one had changed their mind, and the other one had seen another house on the Friday night. If we're right around their reserve price, sometimes I do prefer to pass in, particularly if I've got one stronger bidder and one weaker one.
We are going to pass the property in. We are here for your negotiation.
Because it's important not to go to market with the property and say we're selling unless there's someone to go with us. So we're down to 1, but I think that's what it's all about, being prepared for something like that. With myself and Bert on the property, we've been in real estate a long time, we were able to get an offer and communicate that to the vendor effectively and put the deal together. Under 10 minutes it was wrapped up and done at the reserve. If you've had good communication, which we had a la Church Street, our vendors were quite relaxed and understood what was going on.
He knows the market, and I think he comes across very genuine. It's very nerve-wracking, particularly, right on the cusp of the auction. He took us through the process ahead of time, so we knew what to expect, so there are no surprises, and I think that's what you want.
Due diligence is simply understanding and knowing your product. I know every vendor's expectations, I know how many buyers we've got on each property, and I know settlement terms, and I know really what's going to come. Beach Road was an exciting auction. I think the key to it is that it was marketed at the right level.
Such an infinite thing trying to buy Beach Road.
And what it did is it just showed the public and showed our vendor that if we do put people in the right spot at the right time, that they will bid strongly for something that's quite special.
$1 million, $20,000 rises. $1,050,000 good bid. 1.1, good bid. 50 here at 50. Sir, welcome in at fresh bidding, 1,200,000. 20, sir. Imagine the view. Sitting on your deck with a Chardonnay going, up your butts, I got it. 2, 3, 40, 50. Give us 1.3. See if you win it. 1.3, great bid. 1,310,000. 15, great bid. 1,000! It's going to be a long auction. Go and go to 40. 50, good bid. 50, that's what it's about. That's what auctions are about. 1.4. Got to ask. 1,400,000 fresh bidding. Ooh. 20. 1,420. Look at the board. Look at the view. Imagine yourself up there looking at that. Every time you come down to Sandringham, you'll shudder as you go past it.
To be, gosh, 300,000 over reserve is quite unbelievable.
1,440,000 now. Last chance now.
Extremely exciting auction and a lot of fun, obviously, for me.
Selling! Selling! Sold! Well done and well bid. Tremendous day. 6 out of 7 auctions sold. The result here is an absolute highlight of the day. It's why I do real estate.
That was a life-changing result. And I had a vendor from Chicago on the phone in tears. I had a mother in tears out in the back room. Who knows what was going on behind the scenes, but all I know now is it's fixed. That's really what real estate's all about. It can deliver you extremely exciting results. It can deliver our vendors expectations that change lives.